Right, guys, we're back live. Just doing.
Where are you at the moment? Did you tap this machine when he was downstairs? Could you tap it again? That was a knock. That was a knock, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was louder.
That was loud.
Yeah.
Well louder.
Do you know why? I thought the knock came from over there.
I did.
But that's a knock on that.
That's why I said to you, it sounded that was under the table.
No, it sounded like to me, it sounded like that. Yeah, that's what I thought at first, but then I was thinking maybe it sounded like that. That was a knock. That was a knock,
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Over there.
That's
Right,
like a thud
guys.
then,
So
isn't it?
we're doing an
That's
EVP
why I
session
got
now
confused,
upstairs in the
whether it was
séance
over there
room,
in the corner or under the table.
and we think we've located the spirit of a child, a little
Do
girl.
that again for me, please. No, it sounded like to me, it sounded like that. Yeah, that's what I thought at first, but then I was thinking maybe.
Yeah, it's a knock. It's a knock.
Alice, could you do that again for me, please?
It's a knock. What was that?
Isn't your seat, is it?
Might have
have
been.
been.
Might be else. I mean, if it's somebody else here, could you do that for us, please?
Yeah, maybe.
Could you move something? Did you tap this table?
I love an EVPs on this place.
It's good, isn't it? Right, so as I was saying, guys, we've just done another EVP session up here in the séance room, and we think we located a spirit of a child, little girl we believe called Alice. And what's that knocking coming from?
Up there, that same sound.
That's
I heard earlier on.
upstairs.
I'm gonna do
That's
that.
quieter.
Keep that recording. You might.
Sorry.
That's not spiritual. It's anything but spiritual. So yeah, so we heard a knock, and it came from the wall over there.
What we thought was in the corner.
Over there in a corner, right above Adam, and reviewing the footage, or reviewing the audio rather, it turns out, hi you get buddy, turns out that it sounds like it's actually coming from the machine, like somebody's tapped the machine again. So we think that, well, we're definitely having some results here, aren't we, boys?
Yeah, definitely.
We've definitely got activity going on here, so we're going to keep it going. We're going to hopefully build the energy up, and as the evening wears on, it goes on, then hopefully what will happen is we'll get more and more activity. So there's quite a bit of stuff to review at the minute. Oh, look, everybody's gone. Is there anybody there? Where you gone? So yeah, so we're repositioning things. Hello, mate. You're right. We're repositioning things, and we did our seconds as EVP. We think we got the spirit of a child, and a male voice. We've got a male voice downstairs, and we've got. It's very odd. We've got stuff happening here. We've got quite a bit happening here. How many numbers is it then, Damon? Because I've got 0 on here. Obviously, I know there's 2 of you out there at the minute. That's another knock, isn't it? That's more knocks.
So, was that you, Gary?
Yeah,
You just banged something there.
I haven't banged
You?
anything.
I had a knock. but-
Yeah, there's a couple of knocks.
Well, I thought it was Gary then on either the case or the back of that.
Was it 3 of you, is it, I think? Cheers, buddy. So it's an amazing place, this. We're going to see what we can do in a minute. We're going to. See, this is what it is, guys. People think, oh, it's exciting going on ghost hunts and doing that for a hobby, but well, for dedication really. But this is what it's like most of the time. Repositioning cameras, sitting around doing nothing, bored senseless. And on most investigations, you tend not to get anything. But this one this evening is proving quite fruitful. So, we've had knocks and we think we've had EVPs. We think we've got the voice of a guy from downstairs. We think we've got the voice of a girl telling us her name. And we think, do we still think that spirit has told you where you hid the...
I wouldn't say I'm 100% positive, but it does sound like what I'd call it.
It does.
I mean, I don't know what the actual name for where I put it is.
No, okay, yes, fine.
But it sounds
Round and that, so yeah.
sounds similar.
It does, to me, for what I'd call it, it sounds like that, but when we get something clear enough and I show you where it is, you can tell me what you think or what you would actually call for the place I've put it.
Okay, mate.
Obviously, you can say whether you think it's the same as what we've got so far.
Cheers, bud. Right, excellent. Okay.
Right, should we do another one?
Yeah, should we do another EVP
Well,
session?
find out- yeah, we'll do another one. Just intrigued us.
Right, seeing as the EVP seem to be proffering some results, we're going to just crack on with another one. And then we'll replay it. And if you want to hang around, listen to the replay, then you might hear something. Hopefully. Turn you back around again. When you're ready, bub.
EVP session number, I think it's number 3 actually, in this one.
It's two.
Number
Yeah.
2, sorry, number 2 in the tarot room, wasn't it?
Tarot. Yeah. The parlour.
Does somebody else want to call out?
You're looking at me.
If there is any spirits in here with us, can you come forward? Can you tell us your name, please? If any of the spirits that are here with us, if you know where I hid a coin earlier on, a 20p piece, could you tell me whereabouts it is and in what room, please?
What was that?
So in there.
That was next door.
It was a knock next door. And you hid it there, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Interesting.
Ask them if they move it out. I'll put it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that's exactly what's been going
Or
on.
throw it on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any of the spirits that are in the room next door, if you know exactly where I've hid the coin, can you pick it up and move it somewhere else for us to find? Or pick it up and throw it onto the floor?
Alice, are you still here?
It's my cheer guide.
That's a chair, blimey. Alice, there's some background noise there.
Yeah.
There's people outside. Alice, if you're here, could you come forward, please? Could you come and give us a hug?
Can you come and tap somebody on the shoulder?
Alice, would you come over to me, darling, if you don't mind? You gave Gary a really nice hug earlier. Can I have one, please? Can I have a really, really big hug?
That's a voice from outside, by the way. That,
Yeah.
if you heard a voice.
How old are you, Alice? Cheer,
The chair.
cheer.
And I'm trying to sit really still.
I'm trying to as well.
Keep squeaking.
Alice, if I mention some year, like some ages, numbers, and I get to the right number, could you knock to let me know if that's your age, please? I'm going to start at 4. Alice, are you 4? Two. Can you hear the knocks, guys? Carry on knocking, darling, so I know how old you are. Please. I've heard 2 knocks so far. Can you see me? I've heard 2 knocks, but I'm sure you're older than 2.
Bathroom.
I thought that way by the door.
They're in.
Are they? Are they?
No.
Did Louise know?
That
She
was
said
me,
they said to let her know.
sorry.
No, you're right, bud.
She's in the pubs, no.
Alice, how many people are there with you? One. Could you knock again, please, darling, so that we know that it's you? If I carry on through the years, through the numbers, if I get to the right one, will you knock, please? We tried 4 before. Are you 5? Are you 6? Is that you? Are you 7? Are you 8? Are you on your own? I know you like Gary because you gave him a hug earlier, I believe. Would you give him another hug? He'd love that. He really would.
Is there a draft coming through?
I can't feel anything.
Cold. My arms are cold.
Are they?
Been for a while. I don't know, is a draft or not?
Mind you, I've got a jumper and a shirt on, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't. Alice, come and hold my hand.
Noises outside, guys.
Should we review it?
Right, we're going to review it now, guys.
7 minutes, we'll have that one.
Good. Be interesting if the knocking comes from that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That would be very interesting.
Weird, isn't it?
Odd.
Definitely was.
PvP. This one. Somebody else want to call out? You're looking at me?
A knock.
Yeah. It's like someone just dropped something and then knock, isn't it?
It's a knock, isn't it? Or something through, yeah.
Erase the spirits
What was that?
that are here with us. Erase.
Jesus.
Erase the spirits that are here with us. If you know where I hid a coin earlier on, a 20p piece. Could you tell me whereabouts it is? And in what room, please?
What was that?
Sorry, in there.
That was next door.
Was a knock next door. Where's that knocking coming from?
That one earlier on.
Just now.
Interesting.
A knock. What was that?
Sorry, in there.
That was next door.
Was a knock next door.
We heard something beyond there, do you remember?
I just said more knocking. Unless it's coming behind Adam. Is there anything behind you, Adam? I mean, can you hear anything?
I've had a
That's
couple
what we were saying before, yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? It's really odd.
If any of the spirits that are in the room next door, if you know exactly where I've hid the coin, can you pick it up and move it somewhere else for us to find? Or pick it up and throw it onto the floor?
Alice, are you still here?
It's cheering it.
That's a chair, aren't we? Alice, there's some background noise there. That's the people outside. Alice, if you're here, could you come forward, please? Could you come and give us a hug?
Can you come and tap somebody on the shoulder?
Alice, would you come over to me, darling, if you don't mind? You gave Gary a really nice hug earlier. Can I have one, please? Can I have a really, really big hug?
That's a voice from outside, by the way, that if you heard a voice.
How old are you, Alice?
The chair. And I'm trying to sit really still on the side.
I'm trying to as well.
Keep squeezing up.
Alice, if I mention some year, like some ages, or numbers, when I get to the right number, could you knock to let me know if that's your age, please? I'm going to start at 4. 4.
Listen, that one in the corner here, that bang.
Definitely.
2.
2 bangs.
Can you knock, guys?
Carry on knocking, darling, till I know how.
So,
I've just had a thought.
well,
If you think about it,
4,
if
5.
there's a delay in the time, because you know when you ask them a question, maybe the answer, the knocking, is to a previous question. So if we find out what we asked initially, how many people are here, maybe those 2 knocks weren't to the question that we thought they were for, but the question that was delayed. Does that make any sense?
yeah. The other thing I was thinking of, you know, when we first started hearing that thud last time,
Yeah.
the first one,
Yeah.
and it sounded like it was from the table,
Yeah.
but these are actually hearing it from there now. We're hearing the thuds up there, not on the table now.
No.
So it's a bit bizarre. How was that work?
I don't know. See, this is the thing as well. That it's like when you hear spirit knocking, it doesn't actually come. There you go, another one.
Something knocks.
Something knocks as soon as I spirit knocking. When you hear spirit knocking, it comes from inside the whatever it is. So it's like not like a knocking on the brick as like that. It's like a knock from inside the brick or inside the material. Is that another one? Oh no, it's outside as well. Yeah.
It's outside that way as well.
So there's some outside, but we've had quite a lot of knocking, and it seems to be coming from behind Adam. That's a fire escape, a metal fire escape out there. But
So hopefully someone's gone out now. Might be them noises coming from someone upstairs.
maybe,
So,
maybe it's a possibility.
He's not back till 10.
but there's someone there.
The other apartment over that side. got the two people that live there. 'Cause you've got the
Is he wearing
guy that lives-
diver's boots?
There's one that lives above us.
He's
lives
the
on
one
his
out.
own.
He's out, isn't
This
he?
is the one that's supposed
But
to be out.
on that side there, that house, that little apartment above the nail shop, there's two people that live there.
There's two people that live there,
Boy
isn't
and
it?
girl.
So they must share the same.
Yeah. Husband and wife or boyfriend, girlfriend.
Right, well, we're definitely getting
Not
stuff
one
here,
for the next
guys,
three
but we've got to decipher it from stuff that's environmental, stuff that's coming from natural sources, as opposed to supernatural sources.
Okay, let's carry on playing with this.
So we're going to carry on listening to the. What do you want to do? Another EVP session, or do you want to carry on listening to the?
Finish this one off. Yeah?
Cool, go for it, mate.
Okay.
I've heard 2 knocks, but I'm sure you're older than 2.
I thought that was back by the doors.
Nothing? Well, there. Louise, nothing.
No, she said
They said to let her know.
sorry.
No, you're right.
She's done it outside.
That's a chair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alice? How many people are there with you? One. Could you knock again, please, darling, so that we know that it's you? If I carry on through the years, through the numbers, if I get to the right one, will you knock, please? We tried 4 before. Are you 5? Are you 6? Is that you? That was it, your tummy. Are you 7? Are you 8? Are you on your own? I know you like Gary, because you gave him a hug earlier, I believe. Would you give him another hug? He'd love that, he really would. Cheer. Who was that who said my cheer?
Me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is there a giraffe coming through it?
I can't feel anything.
Cold. Back to my arms are cold.
Are they?
Been for a while. I don't know, is a draft tomorrow? Because we do it like that all
Mind
the
you, I've got a jumper and a shirt on, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't. Alice, come and hold my hand.
Noises outside, sorry guys.
Should we review it?
Right, review it. Right, well, what do you reckon on that one?
Wasn't a great day afterwards, was there?
No. No, it wasn't. Seems to be, I don't know. It's quite odd, isn't it? What about we try Ghost Box? What do you reckon, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? See if we get any more results with that. Yeah?
Yeah, go for it, yeah. Go for anything.
Right, sorry guys, we're going to try the Spirit Box now.
Which one?
Whatever one you want, mate. Whatever one you
What do want,
fancy.
Adam? You want to try that one?
Try yours first, bud.
Yep. What one you got? You got a PSB7?
I've got the same as you, the S box.
Oh, we got the S box. Yes, yes, yeah.
I'm just going to squint
And
past
then-
you a sec.
Adam, you've brought your what's it called again?
I just pass you again.
Sorry, bud.
No, no,
The
you're right, mate.
SCD.
Your SCD
SCD.
SCD box, which is like it's a portal box.
Oh, I attached that to it.
And no, I mean your portal box. What's that? That's the SCD, isn't it?
SCD.
Yeah, the SCD, which is Adam's portal box, which he's had some good results with it. So it's kind of it's a sort of a ghost portal, but it's a smaller version. So we're just gonna there you go. We're just gonna. I'm gonna take you out actually and show you
Sorry, mate.
the doctor's surgery. It's like a Victorian doctor's surgery I showed earlier. So it's through here, guys.
Dry, even though I'm drinking water.
And this is somewhere in here. Now, apparently, the good doctor is still in residence. So it's look at that as a Victorian scrying mirror there. Look,
No, that's how I do it.
no good medium would be without one of those in the 19th century.
Sorry, that was-
That's all right, mate. No problem. So yeah, so he used to work from here in the Victorian period, 19th century, and he's still in residence. He still comes back, and he carried on surgery through here. And I believe that people must have passed away in here. So he's happy that people come and visit. He's happy to communicate with ghost hunters like ourselves. And by all accounts, he's a very nice chap. So there you go. So this is the doctor's surgery. You can see there. And that is about it, really. I'm going to take you back in, see if we're going to set up for the next part.
Grab that abusive.
Abusive.
Oh, you mean the pen?
You mean the King of Poland?
King of Poland.
Right. What do you want to grab it for?
You don't know what you want so from the shot. I just need some like an orange juice. I'm not getting.
I'm all right, mate. Thank you.
I'll tell you what.
If anybody wants so from the shop,
I'll go with you.
my mate.
I'll go with you. I'll go.
Oh, that's it. All bugger off. Leave me in a haunted building.
I'll go this side.
Yeah, did you get that crab or something? I'm not going out on the cold.
Look at this. Look, this is what we do. Look.
Coke. Full fat Coke, yeah?
No,
Right. Okay. This is what's happening now.
Um,
So they're all going on an errand now. They're going to get something to eat.
Go on, get us
That's what I had in a minute.
They'll be back shortly.
What, tin or bottle?
a bottle, please, mate.
What, large bottle or?
No, just a normal, like normal.
So I'll give you a little bit of a
Cheers,
potted
mate, thank
history
you.
of this property.
Yeah, go, sorry, bud.
I'm all right, thanks, mate. Thank you, though. So a little bit of potted history of this property is that it's quite old. There's been a building on it for sort of 800-900 years, so it's very, very old. The basement and some of the stone in the building itself was actually used, or some of it came from, which is after the period that it was initially here, came from a monastery which was pulled down and abandoned during the dissolution of the monasteries during the time of Henry VIII. It is, mate. It is. It really is. It's a beautiful place. And if you look at the beams behind me, and it's just pouring with history. And it's ancient. It's absolutely ancient. And because it's also used as like a spiritual parlour. It's used for things like, as I said before, it's used for seances, tarot card reading. The mediums use it as well to communicate with the spirit world, and people come here to get in touch with friends and family or whoever from the spirit world. So it's built up all that energy, and in building up that energy, it's become a hub, and lots of spirits continually are travelling to and fro, and obviously, as I said before, it's got its resident spirits. Three, I think they know for sure. And there's also a poltergeist, but apparently he's gone off somewhere else and doing something else now. But he does come back in and out, I think. So yeah, so that's just the sort of general little potted history of it. It's 800 or 900 years old. I couldn't give you the full history of it, but there have been deaths here. The little girl Alice, I was speaking to Louise, who's the lady that she's part and parcel of the shop. And she was saying that there is a spirit of a girl here called Alice, and she met quite a sticky end, sadly, they believe it was foul play, and that was in the 19th century, so that's Victorian period. So I don't know, but we believe that Louise said it was Alice that actually was sort of cuddling Gary earlier on when we came to the shop initially. He stood over to one corner and he felt these little hands, or he felt his hands sort of holding his arms and touching his arms. And it's quite weird, really, because the thing with Gary is he's not prone to. It's good in the dark, it is, mate. He's not prone to anything. He's very skeptical, like the rest of us. And as I said before, if you're going to be a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator, you've got to be. Skepticism has got to be one of your main tools, because if not, you'll attribute everything to activity in the paranormal. And that just isn't the case. You know, a lot of things that you see on TV, maybe YouTube, I don't know, a lot of them it's sensationalism. And, you know, it's a case of, with TV and that, they have to drum it up because obviously they're on a contract, they're dictated to by companies, and so they have, if it's not happening, then they've got to incorporate it in whichever way they can. So I don't really watch paranormal TV anymore. So this is what I'm saying. This is what a ghost hunt is really like. Sitting around, having a laugh and a joke with your friends, chatting, trying out different things, trying to get the right mixture so that you can get some activity, and in the end results. Excuse me, guys. And but a lot of it is just sitting around waiting for something to happen. So we've had quite a few knocks that we can't really. Not that I don't know if you heard that, but there's a fire escape outside. So anything from that side, we're just throwing out the window. We're not, you know, even if it happens to be paranormal, we're not taking it as paranormal because we can't trust it. But anything from that side in the cellar and in this room, then we know, because we've got it kind of not hermetically sealed, but we've got it sewn up a bit tight. So yeah, the boys have come back now. I think Gary's bought half the shop. So yeah, so this is what we're doing now. So it's a really, really good property, and it's esoteric. So it's very, very, what would it be used for mediumship and seances. It's very atmospheric, and it's almost like the set from a horror film. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's almost like the set from a horror film. So what we'll do, I'm going to have to break off, I think, for a minute, guys, and then I'm going to come back a little bit later. So please, please, please come back, and I'll be back on in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. So please come back, and you know, hopefully we'll have the spirit box going by then. So hopefully we will get some good results. Apparently you do get some good results from spirit boxes in here where they're in use. So I'll speak to you a little bit later. Take it easy. See you in about 15.